Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica Flynn and I am the owner and maker of Flynn Sisters Boutique. And today I'm going to show you this really cool center ombre burst design for your glitter epoxy tumblers. I absolutely love how this cup turned out when I had initially done it a little over a year ago. It has all these beautiful shades of blue and it's one of my favorite cups. So I'm really excited to bring you guys this video today. And of course, all the products that you see used in this video can be found linked down in the description box, along with a few discount codes for you there as well. And I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the holiday season. I know I, for one, am happy to see 2020 go, and I am ready to ring in 2021. So that's enough chit chat for me. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, so as usual, I'm starting with a fully prepped and sanded cup, and I'm going to spray paint my base colors. For this cup, we're using Seaside and True Navy. I'm going to start by painting my whole cup with the Seaside blue color. Doesn't have to be perfect, just okay. And then I'm going to spray the middle with the True Navy using short, quick bursts of spray. Then I'm going to go back over and double down on that Seaside until I get a good fade that I like. It should end up looking something like this. I'm going to put my cup in front of a space heater to help dry the paint quicker. And while my cup is still warm, right after that paint dries, I'm going to apply less than 1 milliliter of epoxy all over my cup. I do this by mixing up just 5 milliliters of epoxy, and like I said, I'm going to end up using less than 1 milliliter of that. So we're going to spread it all over the cup really evenly. And if you're having a hard time spreading your epoxy thinly and evenly on your cup, then grab a little space heater just like this and put your cup in front of it just for a few short moments, enough to get that cup warm. This is going to help it spread like butter and you will end up using way less epoxy. Next, we're going to start adding our glitter. I'm going to start with Mariner from Peachy Olive Glitters. This is a really beautiful, iridescent, chunky, teal, blue kind of mix situation. It's one of my favorite Peachy Olive glitter colors. And with my hands, I'm just going to pick up a small amount here and sprinkle that along the center, getting a pretty concentrated line. Make sure you're going to start in the absolute center of your cup, going all the way around, and try to keep a straight line as possible. If it helps for you to mark this section with a pencil first, just to make sure you're getting right in the middle, you could do that, but I just usually eyeball it. I'm going to continue to go around with my hands till I get a pretty solid, about 1 inch line through the center. Then I'm going to lightly sprinkle with my shaker open on the whole side, because I only want to let little tiny bits out at a time, and I'm just going to gently shake it. This is what's going to create our fade of the center burst with the chunky glitter. If I need to tilt my cup to extend my fade, I tilt it just at about 45 degrees and very lightly sprinkle my glitter, aiming at the center of the cup. Once I've got my chunky glitter sprinkled on there kind of how I want it, I'll go in with my dental pick tool and move anything around that looks like too concentrated in a single area, or if I had one piece that went up too far on the cup or whatever. I don't spend too long on this. I just kind of fix any sections that look a little weird or uneven. Next, I'm going to go in with my darkest blue. This is Ravenclaw from Peachy Olive Glitters, and it's a really dark, all metallic fine glitter with a pretty like kind of navy, almost on a greener side of a navy teal kind of look. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm going to hold my cup at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to be aiming at the center of our chunky glitter. I'm not going to add too much of this color. This is just going to give us a really deep blue for the center to create some more depth and just a little more oomph with our fade through the middle there. Next, I'm going to be filling out the rest of that darker blue section with YMBB. This is another really darker blue color from Peachy Olive Glitters. This particular one has a little more iridescent kind of color shift to it, so it's going to provide a really nice transition of color between this darker blue to the lighter blue that we're going to be placing on the outside. So just like I would do a regular ombre, I'm going to tilt my cup at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to aim my color at the center of the cup and kind of let it fall down. So you're going to do this really carefully, just sprinkle really lightly. And again, just how I would do any other ombre, at this point in the game, we're really just laying down kind of what will be our rough draft of color. We're not going for full coverage just yet. Once I've got, a good foundation laid in that darker blue section, I'm going to go through with Bejeweled, which is the color that we're using for our lighter blue section. I'm going to really lightly sprinkle it along that transition line between the dark blue and the light blue. Then I'm going to get full coverage around the top rim. Once I've got a good amount of coverage at the top and bottom rim, I will tilt my cup again to try and get some more of a transition of color between the dark blue and the light blue. We're still sprinkling really lightly because we're still kind of in our rough draft stage of our glitter. Okay, and now that I have everything laid out really nicely, I'm going to really start to let it rip just a little more, starting with the darker blue, the YMBB through the center. Still holding my cup at a 45-degree angle, I'm just going to sprinkle a lot heavier now and try to further blend our colors. I'm also going to sprinkle on that chunky glitter really heavily just to try and fill in any possible gaps. Don't be concerned if you don't have the coverage you're after for this center chunky glitter, because we can fix that later on. Okay, and now here towards the end is where we're really gonna let it rip and make sure that we have built up absolute coverage, starting with that darker blue color through the center with YMBB, and then I'm gonna come back through with Bejeweled. I'm also using Jasmine at the bottom here to cover my bottom. I wanted to use a finer color of that light blue for the bottom because it makes it easier to epoxy later on if I have a really fine glitter along the bottom. Here we are with Bejeweled, really letting it rip through the whole thing. Again, just getting great coverage and making sure that we didn't miss a spot. All right, and once we're all done with this, I'm going to set this on my rack to dry for 2 to 3 hours, and then I will come back and tap off all my excess glitter with a pair of scissors, and then I'm going to seal my glitter with some Rust-Oleum 2x clear gloss spray, just because I've got a lot of glitter on here and I don't want any of it to move. I want everything to stay put. That clear gloss spray should take about 10 to 15 minutes to dry, and then I'm going to apply my first coat of glitter. For this 20-ounce skinny straight cup from Craft Haven, I've mixed 30 milliliters of epoxy, and I'm going to start in the center, and I'm going to first get some okay coverage through the center over this chunky glitter, and then I'll move on to the remainder of my cup. That way I'm not dragging colors between sections and possibly messing up what I've got going here. All right, once I've got my entire cup coated with epoxy, I am going to hit it with my big torch just to pop any bubbles. And then I'm going to grab that chunky teal glitter that we put through the center. And with my hands, I'm going to very, very carefully extend out that center burst fade just a little bit. I want to pull some of that chunky glitter all the way out into that transition between the dark blue and the light blue. This is just going to add some more depth. It's going to make that center burst look a little more organic and faded. And I just love the way this little detail adds to the design. To let this coat dry for 4 to 6 hours, and then I will come right back and apply a second coat. The second coat was 20 milliliters of epoxy and was just enough to cover the whole thing. Okay, and I'm gonna let this second coat dry for about 8 to 12 hours. And then we're ready for sanding and decals. I'm using the same sanding routine as I usually do, but because this particular design has a good amount of chunky glitter, I'm going to be sanding the sides a little more aggressively than I normally would. I'm using a 60 grit sanding block to sand down and smooth all the sides of my cup, and then I'm going to sand the top and bottom rim until smooth, making sure that I've left a thin line of stainless steel exposed at the top rim, which will later be the place that my final coats of epoxy will establish a seal for the cup. I'm going to rinse off my cup with some dish soap and water and dry it off with coffee filters, and now I'm ready to apply my decal. I've already cut my decal with my Cricut using Oracal 651 white vinyl, and I'm just going to trim off any excess transfer paper from my decal going along the grid lines, because the grid lines are going to help me straighten up my decal application later on. I'm going to use an oversized piece of transfer tape to transfer my decal. I like to use an oversized piece because it helps me to anchor my decal while I'm positioning it on my cup. I've got my transfer tape over my decal. I like to lift off that paper backing really quick just to make sure that when I go to transfer my decal, it transfers without any kind of drama. I'm going to feel around my cup for the smoothest side, and that's where I'm going to apply my decal. Again, using that overlap of transfer tape to help me anchor it while I position it. And I'm going to measure the positioning on my cup twice just to make sure it's straight and exactly how I want it. Okay, and then I'm going to cut off a little bit of this paper backing along the top here so I can use an overlap of transfer tape to help anchor it while I use the hinge method to transfer my decal. I find it easier to hinge my decal vertically rather than horizontally for a decal like this when I'm going up and down the whole length of the cup. All right, so once I've got my decal on there, I am ready to apply my final coats of epoxy. This one took 2 final coats before it was completely done. Each coat was about 15 milliliters of epoxy each. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I absolutely love this design. There's just something about like that contrasting white decal against a really bright, beautiful color that gets me in the feels every time. Let me know what you guys thought about this in the comments, and we will see you again really soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you love this video, you could check out our last video here. Also be sure to find us on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and of course subscribe for all our new videos that come out every Wednesday and Saturday. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.